you will enjoy. The Beethoven Leonore Overture No. 3 and the Wagner Lohengrin Prelude, I'm sure you all know quite well. We will also play one of Schumann's finest orchestral works, his Symphony No. 2, which we recorded some seasons ago. And as our final number, we will play for the first time in Minneapolis a modern composition by the Hungarian composer Béla Bartók, which I introduced last summer at Robbie Hood Dell in Philadelphia, and which, judging from the applause it received, was very successful. It is called Dance Suite for Orchestra, and it is based on different types of popular Hungarian dance rhythms. I think you will find it very colorful and interesting. And now, if you will excuse me, the orchestra is waiting. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy our music.
Thank you, Mr. Mitropoulos. Our next speaker is a member of the Board of Directors of the Minneapolis Orchestral Association, Mr. Gideon Seymour.
Tonight marks the opening of the 45th season of your Minneapolis Symphony Orchestra. I say your symphony orchestra because it is uniquely a community enterprise in which all of you take pride. It is one of the truly great orchestras of our time. Its conductor, Dimitri Mitropoulos, whom you just heard, is high among the world's great interpreters of great music. Symphony orchestras don't earn their way. It was the custom down through time for them to be subsidized by kings or dukes or by the treasury of the state in European countries or by a wealthy patron. The Minneapolis Symphony Orchestra was started by citizens who loved music and who cherished for this young city a good name in the world of music. Now the orchestra has come to hold in this music-loving community a permanent place in our cultural life through its long record of brilliant performance and outstanding service. And its support long since has come to rest on the help not of a few, but of many citizens, through contributions ranging down to $10 a year. That is why I say it is a community enterprise. Last season, those who attended the concerts of the Minneapolis Symphony Orchestra paid only 40 cents of each dollar of orchestra cost. Part of the remaining 60 cents was earned by the orchestra from tours and recordings. The balance came from contributions, small and large, of civic-minded music lovers. These contributions have amounted over the years to much over $500,000. This has been, I think all of us agree, a richly rewarding investment. Every citizen can hear and enjoy at low cost through a regular season of notable concerts by world-renowned artists as fine music as the world can offer. A series of 9 children's concerts each season, 5 in Minneapolis and 4 in St. Paul, helps to foster an early appreciation of fine artistry by our youth. The orchestra's high standard of performance on its annual nationwide tours enhances immeasurably the prestige of Minneapolis and of our upper Midwest. This is an organization most worthy of your support. We hope that this special broadcast of an entire performance will stimulate you to get acquainted, if you haven't, with this great civic and cultural enterprise.
Thank you, Mr. Seymour. And now, representing the university, we present its distinguished president, Dr. James Lewis Morrill.
This evening's performance is important on the calendar of the University of Minnesota. The opening concert each autumn of the Minneapolis Symphony Orchestra, to which I am happy to welcome KUOM's radio audience, is looked forward to with eagerness on our campus. We have great delight in sharing it with a wider circle of university friends and music lovers listening in tonight. The university regards itself fortunate indeed in the arrangement whereby one of the nation's finest musical organizations makes our great Northrop Memorial Auditorium its permanent home and presents these concerts under university auspices. We have welcomed these artists and their distinguished conductor to our campus as allies in the larger mission of the university itself. Science and scholarship must have meaning and must derive value in the whole humane context of world civilization and culture. Music, it has been said many times, speaks a language that is universal. It draws upon the creative genius of many nations. It communicates inspiration to all peoples everywhere. It contributes to the ennobling of men by understanding on a plane superior to changing times and local circumstance. The university likewise is committed to this high aim. So it is that Mr. Mitropoulos holds the honorary doctor's degree of the University of Minnesota and is a ranking member of our faculty. So it is that many members of the orchestra are teachers in our Department of Music, and that the staff and students of the university are among the most appreciative in the audience at this evening's concert and are aware of great indebtedness to the officers and members of the Orchestral Association of Minneapolis and to those public-spirited citizens who, by generous contributions and patronage, make possible this great musical enterprise and its friendly partnership with this university.
Thank you, President Morrill. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the large auditorium is filling rapidly now. Here and there, one sees people in evening clothes, for this gala concert with its traditional opening night glamour is always a social as well as a musical event. Most of the audience, however, is dressed informally. As always, there is a large number of students with their dates, as well as members of the faculty and their wives. The balcony, particularly, is crowded with young university people in the less expensive seats. As many of you know, the University of Minnesota has made arrangements with the Minneapolis Symphony for special reduced rates for students so that they can hear these fine concerts at prices they can better afford. At the lower edge of the balcony, there are two boxes which are always reserved for the governor of Minnesota and for the president of the university, and when their busy schedule permits, they often attend with a party of friends. Here's news for those of you who would be interested in attending the forthcoming concerts. Season tickets are still available in all sections of the auditorium for the 17 regular concerts to be presented following this one. Guest artists will include Marian Anderson, who has been acclaimed by Toscanini as the greatest singer of our time, Nathan Milstein, Isaac Stern, Misha Elman violinists, Dame Myra Hess, Percy Granger, and William Capell, all outstanding pianists, as well as the distinguished piano team, Vronsky and Babin. This broadcast of tonight's opening concert over KUOM has been made possible by special arrangements with the Federal Communications Commission, and while we're waiting for the performance to begin, we'd like to answer a question frequently asked by our listeners, namely, why must KUOM leave the air at sunset? Well, our license, ladies and gentlemen, is only a daylight license. Well, Mr. Mitropoulos has come to the stage and is bowing, the audience is applauding him, and in a moment we will hear our first selection of this evening's concert, the Leonore Overture No. 3 by Beethoven.